Watching Halftime Report, it's green across the screen and it's lots of buoyancy in the market. 2019 highs for the indices and lots of participation and interest coming back in mid-cap stocks as well. Now, over the next couple of weeks, you will hear lots and lots of commentary around the general elections, companies that benefit, companies that lose out. Well, one sector that's perhaps looking forward to this event in a positive light is the media space, media stocks in focus, because there is an expectation that spending is going to increase. Perhaps ad spends will go up across the board as political parties reach out to their voter base. We have with us now Girish Aggarwal, promoter director of DB Corp, joining in to talk about what this could mean for a company like DB Corp. Thanks, Mr. Aggarwal, for joining us on this chat. So first things first, I'm just going back to the previous quarter and a conversation we had with you back then. Your radio business revenues were anyway looking very buoyant because of election spending, the talk of higher tariffs, higher ad rates, etc. What is the outlook now that we're getting into the thick of the season?
Okay, let me first of all clarify to you again. See, because of the election, the political advertising or the governmentizing, we don't see any big, huge spike. We don't. But what happened, because of the overall spending going around, the consumption increases, and the companies like automobile, companies like FMCG or the white goods, they start increasing their spend with us. So that's the reason we see an overall spike. So it is not the spike because of the political ads.
So directly as well as indirectly, Girish, what should be the increase in your ad growth in the coming 2 months purely on account of election-related spending?
So if you see our last 3 quarters number, we have grown by almost 8%. And we believe that in this particular quarter, we should do more in a strong double-digit number.
Okay. Q4 as well as Q1? Q1 of FY20 should continue to see that, momentum and double-digit kind of growth?
Yes, Q1 is stronger because of education season, because the April, May, June is a strong education season, and that's the reason Q1 is always stronger than Q4.
So, if we just go back and look at trends in 2014, from the kind of spend that we saw during election season then to now 5 years later, how significant is political advertising for you as a company? And are you expecting a larger blitzkrieg this time around, sort of more of a high decibel spend, or are spends more or less similar across election years?
I think we are seeing almost similar than 2014, because in 2014 it was a different scenario altogether. This time, there are only likely 2 parties fighting in most of the markets, and the resources available for every party is not equal. So I don't see any big change between the 2014 spend compared to this year.
Okay, let me come back then to your, general business. My colleague Surbhi had started by asking, by saying that the radio business had done pretty well. If you could, just throw some outlook on that, how that is expected to pan out in the coming few months.
So radio will continue with that kind of growth, and even the print, we are expecting a much higher growth. Especially, you must have noticed about the latest Audit Bureau of Circulation report for Rajasthan, where again we have been announced as the clear #1. And the feedback what we are getting from Bihar and Gujarat, I think the numbers on the ground are panning out pretty well, and we are expecting a big growth to come in. And most importantly, in the coming quarters, the important aspect will be the newsprint prices coming down. So from $780 coming down to $520, $530 is a big saving in the newsprint. So I think there'll be a huge spike in the bottom line because of that.
That's a great point that you brought in. So bottom line will move higher. On margins, what should we expect? Because in the third quarter, year on year, your margins dipped a little bit. Now with the print prices, newsprint prices coming down, what sort of levels should one anticipate over the next few months?
See, what I would simply tell you that last year almost 150 crore, 180 crore rupees went because of the newsprint prices going up. And this year that 150, 180 crore will straight away come back to the bottom line. So that will add on almost 30-40% to the bottom line alone. And if we are able to get some advertising growth further coming in the strong single digit or double digit, that advantage will further be with us.
Now this advertising growth that you speak of, Girish, is it largely a function of more volume? Or is there a increase in the rates as well? Apart from the government side, what we heard from the INB ministry, that announcement that came in a couple of months back, that was, I think, 10%. Apart from that, generally speaking, ad rates both on print and on radio, how have they been trending?
So the I&B ministry increased the rate by 25%, and we are hoping this year even the private sector should increase the rate by a single-digit number.
So
by single digits.
Single digit, I mean, low single, mid single, high single, and sort of, if you could give us some sense, by when do you expect the hikes to kick in?
So through your channel, I could appeal to all my advertisers that please make sure that we grow at the 9% or 10% advertising rate, please.
All right, you said, this is the time when to, cash in on this increased consumption, etc. You see auto companies as well generally up the, the advertising, so to speak. Which are the sectors where we've seen increased traction in the last few months, sectors which have upped their ad spend, and which are the sectors where, they've gone a bit slow in terms of their ad spending and marketing campaigns?
So automobile is up, FMCG is up, real estate is up. The sector which are slightly soft are FMCG and lifestyle.
You said auto, FMCG and real estate is up.
Yeah.
And the ones which are down? Lifestyle?
So the down is the lifestyle category, the jewelry category. They are lifestyle, jewelry as well as the banking sector, they are down.
Okay. So finally, Girish, leave us with an overall outlook. We're also, rounding up a financial year, almost entering a new one. FY20, election year, largely speaking, reasonable top-line growth, and the breakup of the pie between print and radio. What will your pie look like, and the margins at which you hope to operate for the year as a whole?
So I think overall, the year 2020 looking to be a great from three perspectives. One is the newsprint. One is that we are hoping a strong single-digit or maybe double-digit advertising growth because of our presence in Rajasthan, Bihar, and Gujarat has further become much more stronger. And the third thing, I think the overall outlook of the country, because the election result will be out by May end, and then the new season will start from June. So whatever happens, country is looking very positive for that.
Thank you, Girish, for joining in. Always very insightful. So that's DB Corp. They've enjoyed about an 8% ad revenue growth in the last 3 quarters, but come Q4, that's the March quarter, they are expecting a strong double-digit ad revenue growth. So that is a boost. And of course, on the bottom line, lower newsprint prices will also aid. The stock has moved higher on the back of these developments and management speak. Get into a break. On the other side, address the market technicals. Ashwini Gujral, Prakash Kaba join in with the trading strategies.